Good evening. I'll call to order a very special City Council meeting for November 13th, 2017. And let us begin with a moment of silent reflection. Thank you. Normally, we have scouts come to our business meetings, and tonight some scouts picked a very special night to come to City Council. And so I'd like to have the scouts in the audience come down, get on your toes, and tell us your name into that microphone, and then we'll have you all lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Come on down, guys. Just tell us your name, your rank, and your serial number. No, your name, your troop, and what merit badge you're working on.
My name is Xander, and I'm in Troop 231, and right now we are working on citizenship in the community merit badge.
Very good. Now don't sit down because you're going to be leading in the pledge.
Hi, my name is Sean. I'm from Troop 231, and I'm also working on my citizenship in the nation. Community.
Go ahead, you can pull it down some.
Hi, my name is Dylan Rosenbeck, and I'm with Troop 231, and I'm also working on the citizenship and community.
Great.
Hi, my name is Freddie Budgel, and I'm from Troop 231, and I'm not working on any merit badge.
Just back up. I'm Samuel Garner. We're all in the same troop, Troop 231, and I'm working on communications.
Very good. Okay, now, if everyone would stand and have the scouts lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And scouts and your troop leaders, thank you all for being here tonight. It is a special night when you see what goes on here in terms of the transfer of power, when you have a change of seats in a city council race. It's really a commentary about our society and the fact that we do things peacefully here and that we have an orderly and very professional transfer of power. So you'll be witnessing that tonight as one council member steps down and a new councilwoman steps into that individual's place. Kristen Resch, will you lead us in the roll call?
Mayor Williams.
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Pfeiffer.
Here.
I have the wrong list. Councilmember Ford.
Here.
Councilmember Jones.
Here.
Councilmember McGough.
Here.
Who did I miss? Councilmember Allard.
Abstain.
She gave me the wrong list.
You've already changed the name on the voting record, so I feel I better abstain.
The record will reflect that Mr. Allard is present for his final city council meeting.
I'm here too.
Kristen, we're making life tough for you. All council's present and accounted for. There's 7 seats up here. They're all filled. We know that we're all here. This is a special night. It's a night in which we're seeing Don Allard leave as council member. He has served this community in so many capacities, and I've had the distinct honor and privilege to have served with Don for several of those years, and it's been a very special time. At this time, it's my privilege and proud honor to present to Mr. Allard a plaque in grateful recognition of your dedication, commitment, and service to the Arvada community. Deputy City Manager from 1974 to 1983, City Manager from 1983 to 1985, Council Member for District 1 from 1993 to 2009, and Council Member at Large 2009 to 2017, in addition to serving on the North Jeffco Park and Recreation District Board from 87 to 93, in addition to his service on the Urban Renewal Board and the Jefferson Parkway Public Highway Authority Board. Many important things that Mr. Allard has done for us over a large number of years. And for those who don't know, he also served in the military, served us in that fashion and in that regard, and also served citizens in Missouri when he was the city manager in Columbia, Missouri. So, Don, it is with great humbleness that I present to you the plaque in recognition of your service to the citizens of Arvada. Now, Don, I've got a few council members who have reserved time on tonight's agenda to make some comments about you. Who would like to start? Mr. McGough?
Okay. Yes, thank you. Yes, Mr. Allard, Don, it has truly been a pleasure to serve with you over the past 10 years. I've learned a lot from you, from your insight and your experience. I was calculating earlier tonight that in 24 years, there's something in the neighborhood of more than 1,200 Monday evenings, most of which have been consumed by council meetings, certainly more than 1,000 council meetings that you've been in attendance at, and probably another 1,000 or maybe 2,000 additional meetings of one kind or another. And in all those, you have provided your perspective, your insights, and your aphorisms, your little sayings that stay with us and for which you will be definitely remembered too. I'm going to miss you. I think back to as you served as in the council role, kind of informal, as the monitor of our city charter, so that any time that we look at an issue that might call into question our basic document, our governing document for the city, Don is the one, you have been the one, Don, who has always hearkened back to the charter to say, what about provision number such and such? Or we better make sure that we're aligned fully with the charter. Part of that was, too, that he served as the chair of the Charter Commission. The two times that I served on the Charter Commission in 2001 and 2011, Don, you served as the chair of that. And that's the time when there's a full review of every provision in our city charter, and it involves, I think it's 21 citizens who serve on that Charter Commission, and Don did a great job in leading that group in our review of that fundamental document. Don has also been the kind of monitor and sometimes the arbiter of our rules and procedures. We have certain rules and procedures that are pretty well understood by all of us as we go about our meetings on a weekly basis, but sometimes something comes into question to say, what is the procedure we agreed upon with this? And that's a written document again, and Don is the one who has pulled us back to that document to say, but here's what it says, here's what we agreed upon for procedures. I've served with you, Don, as on the Audit Committee, on the Apex Recreation District Coordinating Committee. I've served with you on several other committees over time as we've developed policies and procedures. You've been a mentor, you've been an inspiration, and a colleague, but most of all, you've been a significant contributor to making Arvada the truly fine city that it is. So I want to wish you the very best as you retire from City Council service. You have done a great service to the city of Arvada, and I think, well, I know that I'm not alone in thanking you for your many significant contributions.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Don.
Mr. Jones.
So being able to sit next to you for the last 2 years, I would echo everything that he said, but just much shorter time frame. It's been amazing to sit next to you and see how you work and listen to your thoughtful comments and how you approach things. And I've just appreciated over the last 2 years the things that you've taught me. And I'm truly going to miss sitting next to you and every night, after every council meeting, our parting words are, "Good night, Chet." And so I'll have to say that to somebody else, I guess. But thank you for the many, many, many years of service and your service to our country. You're an amazing man, and I wish you all of the best in retirement.
Mayor Pro Tem Bob Pfeiffer.
Don, I've served with you with 6 years, and there's some humorous times. I remember a time when you flipped a collar. I think I was sitting where he was, and you were over here, and it said no, or I vote no. He flipped that collar, made me bust up, but no one would have seen that. You know, Don, you're a pillar to this community and to us, and I appreciate the foundation you created as a newly elected individual. We need that pillar, that foundation for us to kind of ground ourselves on what government, especially local government, should do. I'm truly going to miss your institutional knowledge. I mean, the years that Mr. McGough has and the mayor has expressed how much commitment you've made to this community will be truly missed. I'm only going to echo what everyone else says, and I was going to say the same thing, was to tell you good night, Chet, because you did say that every time, and I thought, well, you know, when was the last time that was said? And just so you know, it was done March 20th, 1974. I was 1 month old.
Ooh, touche. Mr. Marriott.
Well, Mr. Allard, congratulations on your long service to the city of Arvada and to your fellow man in all your different roles in government. One of the things that's impressed me the most about you is how you can be brief and to the point. So I'm going to try to be the same and just say thank you so much for all you've done for me over the last 4 years. Thank you for what you've done for Arvada, and I'll miss you, and I hope I get to keep seeing you. Thank you.
Nancy Ford.
Well, Don, we only had 2 years to work together, but they've been a joy, and I'm definitely going to miss your sense of humor, and I really appreciate the fact that you are a very bright person, and you do have a lot to contribute to the city, and I hope that as you retire from the city council, you won't look at it as retirement, but you're moving on to a new area, and I hope you'll continue to keep stimulated in one form or another, because people like you need to be excited about things, and I know we'll continue to see each other. So thanks so much for your work.
Don, the leadership of the city staff asked me to make one additional presentation to you. Actually, there's two. The first is that we have met in secret and have voted to give you a lifetime pass to come to city council meetings. So for those for those who doubted that we really did do secret meetings, that's the only one we have had. But the plaque, for those who know Mr. Allard, know that he is an avid golfer. And the staff has put together for your memories to enjoy a lovely time out at the golf course, and there's many nice things written on the back that you can read at your leisure.
Oh, thank you very much.
Very good. Mr. Howard, would you like to make any comments?
I'll be fairly brief. The only thing you did mention, Mr. Mayor and Mr. McGough, is that one of the things I'm kind of proud of is that I served on the Metropolitan Wastewater District Board for 27 years, while I was also serving on the council and as city manager. So that's the only thing I'll add on that. But I wish to thank you for your very, very kind comments. I appreciate them very much, and I've really enjoyed my pleasant association with you and your tolerance for my views as to what constitutes good government and what the government should do and should not do. I'm sure you remember some of those. I would only encourage you at this point to take good care of what we have. And I commend you also for working as a group, not bearing any personal animosity, as far as I know. And I really commend you for working as a group, and it's been my extreme pleasure to work with you, and then previous councils as I've worked with. In addition to that, I wish to thank the staff, city manager, and all the staff, which I will not take the time to name all their names, of your assistance to me and your professionalism, and I think I'm qualified to say you've done a good job, and you do a good job. The things that pleases me most, though, when I leave this chair is that how many times I've heard Arvada is a great place to live, and I feel some pleasure in assuming I've been somewhat of a positive influence with you and previous city councils to form the basis for that kind of a comment. I've completed 61 years in public service, including my military service, 43 which have been in Arvada. When I first came here, there was no Blund, there was no Arvada Center. 72nd Avenue had a big gap in it. 80th Avenue was a gravel road. There was no Costco. There was no urban renewal, no city golf, which bothered me a little bit, but and very few parks and bike paths. And so I would just simply add that not too long ago somebody asked me, Allard, how would you like to be remembered? And my answer is yes.
Thank you, Mr. Allard. Kind comments, and you have been one of a kind in a very, very great way. Next, we'll administer the oaths of office for 2 returning council members and then the council member at large. Nancy Ford, if you will go down and take the oath. Yes.
Okay, please raise your right hand. Repeat after me. I, Nancy Ford,
I, Nancy Ford,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and of the state of Colorado,
and of the state of Colorado,
and faithfully perform
the
duties of the office
of council member,
District 1,
District 1,
for the city of Arvada,
for the city of Arvada,
upon which I am about to enter. Congratulations.
Well, thank you so much, Judge.
And next, we'll have the swearing in of Councilmember John Marriott, District 3, with his lovely family.
Just when you're ready. Okay, please repeat after me. I, John Marriott,
I, John Marriott,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and of the state of Colorado,
and of the state of Colorado,
and faithfully perform
the
duties of the office
duties of the office
of council member,
of council member,
District 3,
District 3,
for the city of Arvada,
for the city of Arvada,
upon which I am about to enter.
upon which I'm about to enter.
Congratulations.
And I'll call upon Dot Miller to come down.
Please raise your right hand, repeat after me.
Wait until Ranger gets there to hold her up.
You keep your hands down. I, Dot Miller,
I, Dot Miller,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and of the state of Colorado,
and of the state of Colorado,
and faithfully perform
and faithfully perform
the duties of the office of council member
the duties of the office of council member
at large
at large
for the city of Arvada,
for the city of Arvada,
upon which I am about to enter.
upon which I am about to enter.
Congratulations.
Kristen Rush is performing the ceremonial changing of the guard. She got by easy this year, only one. Kristen Rush, if you'll call roll of the new Arvada City Council.
Mayor Williams.
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Pfeiffer.
Here.
Councilmember Ford.
Here.
Councilmember Jones.
Here.
Councilmember Marriott.
Here.
Councilmember McGough.
Here.
Councilmember Miller.
Here.
Very good. Again, we have 7 seats filled, so we're doing everything correctly. So next, we'll have some comments from our newly elected council members. I'll start with Nancy Ford, District 1.
Well, it just is a pleasure to be elected again for City Council, and I'm looking forward to serving my constituents in District 1, and I appreciate their favor in electing me. Thank you.
Mr. Marriott.
Thank you all for coming tonight. I want to make a couple of thank yous. I'd like to thank the city staff for the last 4 years of great work that I feel like we've done, and I'm looking very forward to the next 4 years. I also want to thank the rest of you on council. Been quite a journey getting up to speed on council, and I appreciate each and every one of you, all the efforts that you put into this job as well as helping me. I also would like to thank my family, Angie and my 2 kids, Jack and Sarah, for giving me the space to do this job and letting me go through my all my reading on the weekends when they'd lots of times like to be doing other stuff, and making the sacrifices that they make that allow me to be up here. So thank you guys very much. But mostly I'd like to thank the voters of Arvada. I really appreciate the trust you've put in me to be up here and help make decisions for you. And it's not a thing I take lightly, and I promise you for the next 4 years I will do my absolute best on each issue. So thank you so much, and I'm very happy to be back for 4 more years.
Councilmember Miller.
Thank you. So I do also have a couple of thank yous to say, and to these fabulous people that were my campaign team out here, and my campaign manager, John Bodner, who walked as many streets as I did and knocked on doors, and my husband, Ranger, who has just been an incredible support of this campaign. And thank you to everybody that voted for me and believed in me and put me in this chair. I appreciate every single one of you. and I'm looking forward to working with you. I really am. I'm super excited.
Very good. Next is our custom that we have, and it's required by charter, that we have the election of the mayor pro tem. The mayor pro tem is a very important role, and Councilmember Bob Pfeiffer has done an exemplary job of it the last 2 years. He has served us in so many ways in terms of things. If I could not be there, if I could not be here to run a city council meeting, he did it very professionally and appropriately. He's also been an excellent and will continue to be an excellent representative for us at Denver Regional Council of Governments. He's been a representative for us at Denver Wastewater, and it's been an important role that Mr. Pfeiffer has filled. It's been the tradition of this city council, and has been for a large number of years, that we rotate among us the role of mayor pro tem, rather than having it continue to be the same person every 2 years. It's been a way for us to sort of share the responsibility, and it's been a nice way to sort of share the responsibility and also the workload and frankly the professionalism of being the mayor pro tem. And again, I want to thank Mr. Pfeiffer for his 2 years of doing a very admirable and professional and appropriate job of that. Mr. Pfeiffer, would you like to make a motion at this time?
I would, Mayor. I would like to move to nominate John Marriott as the next mayor pro tem and close the nominations.
We have a motion to elect Mr. Marriott as the mayor pro tem and to close nominations. All votes are cast. That vote passes 7-0. So congratulations, Mr. Marriott. You now need to be sworn in again as the mayor pro tem.
Right hand, repeat after me. I, John Marriott,
I, John Marriott,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support
that I will support
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the state of Colorado,
and the state of Colorado,
and faithfully perform the duties
and faithfully perform the duties
of the office of Mayor Pro Tem
of the office of Mayor Pro Tem
for the city of Arvada,
for the city of Arvada,
upon which I am about to enter.
upon which I'm about to enter.
Congratulations, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge Cook, for filling your responsibilities and doing the oaths of office. Scouts, you have seen a special evening tonight, and for those of you in the audience or those who are watching on Channel 8 or on the other media that you can catch us on, this is a special night. Anytime you have the beginning, frankly, the end of an era with Mr. Allard in terms of his many years of dutiful service to us, and then to see folks get reelected and continue on in their service, and in Councilmember Dot Miller's case, a new council member coming online. You know, we've all been that newbie who came up here for the first time, filled with excitement, some trepidation, and a sense of duty to the citizens of the city of Arvada. And with that, I pledge that this city council will do as our former councils have and continue to work together to be productive and to work for the citizens of this great, great community. With that, we're adjourned. And downstairs.